Hello. Today is Tuesday, March 31st. In Science Today, we are going to continue our discussion about sound, and more specifically, we're going to be talking about instruments that make sound. As we talked about yesterday, we know that sound comes from vibration, and there are four primary ways that sound is created. Those four ways are blowing, hitting, plucking, or rubbing. As you do your reading today, we're reading from our science textbook, page 108 and 109. You're going to see pictures of students or children that are using those instruments, and you can see from the picture which of those four ways they are using to create the sound. So if someone was putting their mouth on a trumpet, what would that be? Blowing. And for the little girl that's sitting next to the drum, when we're banging away, that would be called hitting. And again, vibration is caused by those two different methods. Then we have a little girl playing a guitar. She is strumming away. That would be considered plucking of the guitar strings. And then there's a little boy with a violin, and he is rubbing. The bow on his violin has a rough texture to it that when it passes across the strings, it causes certain vibrations. And then there's a little fella that's singing. And which one of these do you feel like is what happens when we sing? What kind of sound is created, or what causes that vibration? And I believe it would be the rubbing of the vocal cords together is what causes our voices to be heard, or as someone singing, that is where that sound comes from. So there's a couple things I want you guys to consider as you do your reading today. Let's see. I would like you guys to do a few little examples of feeling that vibration by humming and then placing your hand on your neck to feel that vibration, and knowing that that's what that is it's your vocal cords inside there rubbing against each other, and it creates a sound. Air blowing through your throat causes that vibration to happen. Now, as a fun little activity, if you guys would like to today, try to make an instrument. Maybe something really simple, but getting a piece of cardboard, stringing a bunch of rubber bands around it, and then you can pluck it. Or you can, let's see, I guess you could also hit the cardboard, so it'd be a drum guitar combination. Or what else could you do? Try to make a wind instrument, maybe even blowing through a blade of grass can make a whistling sound. So I think that might be a fun little activity for you to do. When you have completed that and you're reading, I would like you guys to be working on workbook page 89 and 90. It is a study guide where you're going to be using your book to look up your answers. You're going to match the description with the correct term. So we're going to look at some terms such as absorb, echo, reflect, sound, and vibration. And we have done some demonstrations of this in the classroom, but when we talked about absorbing sound or reflected sounds, what that was like, the difference between the noise quality when we're in the classroom versus when you go into the gym. If you can hear more easily in the classroom, or if it's easier to hear each other in the gym, because the gym creates echoes. It's a bunch of hard surfaces, and the sound waves are bouncing off of all the hard surfaces and coming back. Where in the classroom we have some sound absorbing ceiling tiles, we have some softer surfaces such as the curtains that are on our bookcases and whatnot that absorb some of those sounds and make it a quieter place, just like the library with Miss Baumgardner has carpet in the library to soften and dampen the sounds there. So those are just some of the things that you guys are going to be working on today. Also, page 90, you're supposed to circle the word that best completes each sentence. Okay, happy learning.